Smartmatic's electronic voting system is the most advanced voting system in the world. It is the first of its kind in combining and integrating in a single experience the authentication and the voting process. I'm going to show you how the system works. And for that, I'm going to be acting as a voter that shows up for voting on the morning of election day at the polling place. In this specific case, at the polling station where I am registered to vote. So the first thing I do is that I hand my national ID card to the president of the voting machine, so that the president can introduce my ID number into the remote session activator. The remote session activator fetches the biographic information that matches my national ID so that the president of the voting machine can verify that the information stored in the system matches the information that shows in my national ID. Once that comparison has been successful, the president continues to the next step where the machine fetches the biometric information that is recorded in the machine for me as a voter, and then it confirms that we're going to actually perform a biometric authentication. Now, this step is key in order to guarantee that no one else is going to be able to vote for me as a voter, and that I am going to be voting only once in every election. In that case, the machine confirms that the biometric information stored in the system matches my fingerprint, and then the president can activate the voting session in the voting machine that is going to allow me as a voter to cast my vote. So first, I'm presented with the voting pad where all the options available for choosing are displayed. Then I'm going to choose the option that I prefer. In this case, it's going to be tennis. It lights up the option that I selected with light signal, and then in the screen I can confirm that my choice is actually reflected and that it matches what I originally intended. In this case, it's the tennis. So I press the vote button, and the machine is going to generate a paper trail where I, as a voter, am going to be able to confirm that the information reflected in the paper trail matches the choice I made. So I'm going to fold the paper trail, and then I'm going to deposit it into the ballot box. Now, this paper trail is pivotal to the entire auditability process of the voting machine, because once the voting ends and the polls are closed, the machine prints out a report of all of the results of the voters that voted in that machine. Those results are automatically and electronically transmitted to a central tabulation server that consolidates the votes for all of the different machines throughout the country and then produces the winner. Those reports are displayed on the internet for each and every citizen to confirm that the counts that were produced for each and every voting machine in the country matches the information that is published in the internet. There is also an additional audit process that is very critical once the polls are closed, and that process enables, in this case, the people that are at the polling station to confirm the accuracy of the voting machine. And in that process, essentially, the authorities of the polling station open the ballot box and they count one by one each of the votes that are stored in that ballot box, and they compare those records or those recorded votes with the information that was printed by the machine when the polls were closed. There has to be a 100% accurate match of those counts. Smartmatic's electronic voting system has been used in more than 3,500 elections worldwide. More than 1.5 billion votes have been recorded using our technology, and those results have never reported a single discrepancy between the physical receipt of the vote and the counts that are produced by the machine. Our technology is 100% auditable from the beginning to the end. Accuracy has been attested by different international observation missions around the world, such as the Carter Center, the European Union, the Organization of American States, and the United Nations. All of these features, combined with a worldwide experience, make Smartmatic the elections company.